Hello, I'm Dilbar Shatterson. Every year, more than 100,000 cases of blood, bone marrow, and lymph node cancers are diagnosed in the United States. And according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, more than 50,000 people die from those cancers. Luckily, a woman named Julie Lee is a survivor of those statistics. In 2012, she was diagnosed with lymphoma, a blood cancer that affected not just her chest, but also her brain. And as a single mom of 2 young children, you can imagine how difficult that uphill battle is. While she received aggressive chemotherapy treatments, she fell into a deep depression, and well, you'll hear from her what happened next. So with that, we'll join Julie now to see what her journey was like, and how since she has found a stronger purpose to move forward.
I got a phone call, and she said that she was very concerned about her friend Julie. Miss Julie! Miss Julie, open the door. Because she was going through some hard times and she just wanted to kill herself. Miss Julie, are you okay?
Goodbye. 再见.
Your friend called. She was worried about you.
I'm saying goodbye to you.
Don't do that stupid thing. Don't do that.
这1年了.
For the past year, I have been working hard to fight my cancer. My kids said I'm fake, a lousy mother, a terrible mother. I know they did not mean it, but I was still hurt.
很受伤了，就安眠药全部吞了，就昏
I
睡。
took some sleeping pills. I slept, but I woke up again. I woke up again. I was not meant to die.
然后就说，真的是不该死哈。
Whatever happens, go and challenge it and face it. You still have unfinished deeds. You have your tasks. In 2012, around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, I was having a seizure. My eyes were not responding. My daughter called 911, and 911 brought me to the hospital.
医院去啊。可他呢就去扫描我的脑，就说
They
我的
scanned my brain and told me I have a tumor the size of a ping pong ball. They told me, you need to have a surgery. If you have the surgery, you will have 50% chance of surviving and 50% either to die or to stay in a coma. If you don't have surgery, you will die for sure. Because I don't have relatives in the United States, my parents were divorced a long time ago. I have been living with my younger brother since then. I just want to say goodbye to him.
我父母亲很早就离婚，从小我跟我弟弟是相依为命，我只是要跟他说 goodbye。
Basically,
at the time, I didn't know what the word tumor means. I did understand brain surgery. I knew it was serious. Julie wanted me to go to the United States as soon as I could.
蛮快的赶来美国。
Facing death, you cannot fear it, you cannot. I was not afraid. When I had the surgery, I did not have any relatives with me, no one. I had a serious surgery, and it was me, only
一
me.
个人。
想说
I was thinking Julie would be fine.
我那时候觉
My
得
sister would be fine. She'll be fine.
Taipei Economic and Cultural Office told me there was this case, and they were wondering if I could help. She was in the hospital and she didn't have any relatives with her.
没有亲人啦。
The second day after the surgery, I don't know how they was able to enter the ICU. My friend came to visit me. Because I didn't have relatives, he couldn't come into the ICU. I didn't know how Suchi came in. I really didn't know.
真的不知道。
刚开完刀
She just had the surgery and the hospital doesn't allow people to visit her in the intensive care unit. We told them we are from Suchi, a compassionate group. The hospital then said only 2 of us can enter the ICU, so Emily and I went in.
那我就跟 Emily 进去。
I was shaking all over. I had a severe headache, and it was cold too. They brought me some
就给我
blankets.
拿毯子的。
后来他说，
She then said it was very cold, so we got a blanket to cover her with.
盖一个杯子嘛。
Other than the nurses and doctors, no one, not even one person, only the Tutsi volunteers came and covered me with a blanket. Right when I felt really cold, they were the only ones I saw, no one else.
你可以出院。
The hospital staff told me, you can be dispatched, you are doing good. The problem is no one is coming to pick me up from the hospital. I can leave the hospital, but no one is coming to pick me up. Finally, my brother is coming. He texted me before his flight and told me, I'm getting on to the plane. I told the doctor my younger brother is coming to pick me up. It takes time to fly. I said my younger brother is coming to pick me up.
那你知道坐飞机要时间的吗？我说我弟弟会来接我。
I remember clearly she kept crying and said she wanted to go home. And then she told me, hurry up and bring her home. She really wished to have me bring her home.
He arrived around 12 o'clock and came directly to the hospital from the airport.
直接送到医院。
It was late at night to be dispatched from the hospital. There were a lot of procedures to go through. As quickly as we could, we brought Julie home.
把姐姐载回家。
He came to pick me up. Otherwise, I would have been waiting in the hospital alone.
The next day after I brought Julie home, the rental office called and told me Julie hadn't paid her rent. I thought, I just spent all my money for the ticket to come here. I didn't have that much money. I thought, what should I do? I could only use my credit card, the one from Taiwan. I remember it was my Citibank card. I told them, could you try charging it to this card and see if it works? I remember Julie's rent was $875. The transaction went through. I paid for the rent on the second day of my arrival. I had to find a way to get more money. I took care of my sister and tried to find a job to make money. I was looking for a job. Afterwards, the bills came month by month. Even though not entirely, Tsuchi helped us a lot on the expenses. We could not handle all of the bills. Almost every day throughout the first few months after I arrived, I kept worrying about how we were going to pay the rent, when we could not even pay for the electric bill at the time.
房租怎么办？我们那时候好像连电费都缴不出来。
Since last February, we assisted them with living expenses continuously. Even though it was not a large amount, it was what they needed at the time. It was not enough for them to depend only on food stamps. As Julie's 2 children were growing up, they needed some school supplies and other necessities. That is why the assistance was very critical for them.
Tsuchi helped us all along for over 1 year. That is why I cried, really. I had no money to pay the electric bill. I had no money to pay for rent. The social workers kept calling me to go to church. They wanted me to repeat what happened to me. And I was sick and tired of that, but I needed income. I was still receiving treatments. I had no money to pay for anything.
你需要硬扛啊！那我不用验了，可是我还在治疗中啊，我什么都付不起啊。
Tsuchi came and helped us monthly. It really helped us a great deal at the time. I still remember.
我还记得那时候。
Tsuchi never gave up on me. They never give up. Thank you, Tsuchi.
谢谢慈济。
对我来讲，
For
我对
me,
未来，
I feel that to cherish the future, you have to cherish your happiness
珍
now.
惜现在快乐的那个 moment。我也是。
我们常常这样子。
Sister, you're brave. We've been through a lot.
We've been through a lot. It's over a year now.
年多了。
有时候我都觉得说，
Sometimes, when I saw people around us help my sister the way they did,
这些
I felt that I didn't know how I could ever repay them for their help.
不知道怎么办，
There is love in the world.
去报答，你知道那种 人间有爱，真的。
There is love in the world.
I have been researching to make the enzyme liquid better. I hope I can help her to get better soon.
It's been over a year since I was sick. People around me, they didn't expect me to do anything in return. They just wanted me to get better.
要求我做什么，他只要我好一点。
They just wanted me to get better.
Hey! How you doing? Okay.
They just surrounded me with care. What I felt was that I wanted to give back.
报恩。
In moving past a very critical time, the support of the people around us plays a huge part in helping us rebuild our strength and liveliness. Now we'll see how some of the other people in Julie's life, who at first were strangers, have now become an important part of Julie's family. What's more, she'll also show us how spiritual chanting has now become a vital part in her healing process. Through chanting parts of the Lotus Sutra, she vividly embodies what it means to heal from the inside out. But of course, her community and spirituality go hand in hand in getting back on the right track.
When we moved here, she came over and they said that was a place for her and she was moving in until a month later. And we just started talking and then it was time for her to move and she had no help with the U-Haul truck or anything. So my husband went and followed her and met her at the U-Haul place and drove her back to her place, loaded up, and we moved her here.
What if I fell? No, you can't. Miss Kissy.
Didn't know anything about him.
No.
Just know she needed help.
I love her as a neighbor. She's a kind, she's a wonderful person, you know, despite other things, you know, that she goes through with her kids. She's a strong person. She's a strong mom. She's doing the best that she can. And she's doing great.
Neighbors are better than distant relatives. She lives nearby.
And I tell her all the time, and she might doubt herself, but I'm like, no, you're doing more than what most people sick does. I'd rather give, because I know my blessing will come later in life.
I came that first day, knocked on the door, and she did not want to let me in. And she got upset and said, go away, go away. You know, everybody says they're going to help me. Nobody's helped me. I was shocked, you know, but I didn't want to give up on her, so she did let me in eventually. And we sat down, and basically she told me about her situation. And my job is basically to try to get David, her son, to come back to school. And I think he was dealing with all of this. I think this is his way of dealing. Okay, well, sit down. You've got 5 minutes for me. 5 minutes for me. Okay, what I'm going to talk to you about is tomorrow I'm going to be here at 9:30 to pick you up.
Okay.
Okay, you're going to have a commitment to do this, right?
Yeah, I'll be home tomorrow.
Okay, all right, 9:30, I'll be here.
Hey, Debbie, where are you going?
What?
Where are you going? Where are you going?
Going to go find Jesus.
Just a little while ago, I saw Miss Julie cry. I very, very rarely see her cry. I see her angry. I see her frustrated. I'm sure about her situation, but I've never really seen her cry. That I made a promise to myself that I was not going to let her down. And so this has really now gone beyond my job description. I just can't let her down. She's really inspired me. I don't cry in front of her, but I go home and cry for her. I just feel so bad, you know, that this has happened to her. But But she's a strong lady. She's not given up. If someone told me that I had several tumors here and cancer in her chest, I just wonder, I'd like to think that I'd rise to the occasion. But she truly has. She truly has risen to the occasion. You know, when you're around people like Julie, you realize how fortunate you are. I think most of us don't appreciate what we have until we are in a situation like Miss Julie. It makes me want to go home and take better care of myself. So a person like Miss Julie, you may think that you're helping her, and hopefully we are, but she, at the same time, impacts so many people. She's a dear friend, a dear friend.
I'm bringing some enzyme liquid to Julie. She called me one day and asked if I was still making enzyme liquid. I had not been making them for a while. She asked me if I could make some for her. I told her that I have been tired lately and don't have the time to make it. She asked me if I can do her this favor. I asked her why she wanted to drink this anyway. She told me enzyme would be beneficial for her. I said okay and told her if she wants the enzyme liquid, I will make it for her. I made the enzyme liquid for her every month. She said it was great. I asked her why she was taking the enzyme. She would always avoid the topic. I found out afterwards she was not well. I thought I would spread the love because she's a friend. The enzyme will provide you with nutrients. It will replenish you as your body needs it. Replenish and energize it. She has been taking the enzyme for about 8 months. About 7 or 8 months. Every time when her result came out, it was always positive. It was improving every time. I thought it was great. If my friend is sick, I want to do my best to help in curing it. It wouldn't matter if I were busy.
Hi, Julie, 你好。
I tried to pay him, but he wouldn't take my money. He said when you prove that the enzyme liquid worked and you are okay, your cancer is gone, I will charge you all together. He told me you are still under treatment.
Receiving the treatment is a priority.
He said let's talk about it later, after you are cured. Yeah, about this much, and add some water.
There are lots of fruits. Pineapple, banana, green apple, blueberry and orange. I also added brown sugar. After waiting for about 3 weeks to a month, it will be drinkable.
Making enzyme takes time. He's still making enzyme for me. I'm very disciplined. I drink it regularly.
It's going great. She's doing well.
He is my savior. He saved my life.
She's very strong.
Good job.
I have been drinking the soup continuously, and now I don't have cancer. I was very happy. I was careful, and I didn't take my recovery for granted. Whether or not you have cancer, it's healthy to drink it.
We come here every month. We always think about her and how we can help her. How can we make her body stronger and feel better?
I always call her. I call her whenever I feel happy or not.
She will report to me the good news.
I will tell her the good news.
We saw the cancer cells are gone. Her tumor got smaller. The tumor on her chest has gotten smaller too.
The tumor in my brain became smaller. The cancer cells on my lymph nodes are gone. The examination result was out. The doctor went through the report. I went back to the car. My brother was driving me. I immediately called Emily. I started to cry while I told her. They were happy tears. Yes, because she was the one who taught me everything. She was the reason why I don't have those cancer cells. I started from square one. I don't know how to get rid of those cancer cells. I didn't know the benefits of vegetable soup and lemon juice. I never knew they would help me fight cancer. She's the one who told me. Yes, we have a deep affinity. I don't know why. I just trust her. She also underwent brain surgery, and she hopes I get well too. She's the best living proof. Throughout my life, there are few people that have the power to convince me like her. I'm very stubborn.
Yes, now I have another daughter.
我要叫她妈，因为我从小没有妈。
I called Emily Mom. I haven't had a mother since I was young. After I got sick, I often called her mother because my mother left my father since I was young. I didn't see my mother, but it feels good now. I can call Emily mother. Doesn't it feel good to call her mother? I want to make myself happier. I can't let the sadness and the cancer defeat me.
你不是没有妈可以叫啊？ 那感觉不是很好吗？我要让自己快乐一点啊！我不能让这个悲伤打倒我啊！我不能让这个病打倒我啊！恁家叫南庙好，恁家叫南庙好，恁家叫南庙好，恁家叫南庙好，恁家叫。
To practice Buddhism because I believe Lotus Sutra, I become stronger. Buddhism made me strong. When you face death, death is like resting. If you are mentally strong, dying is as if you are taking a rest.
你要认为死掉就是休息。
There are things I need to finish doing. I have my tasks, especially I'm a single mom, I have 2 kids. What are they going to do without me?
对不对？他们怎么办？日本
Buddha gave David the best arrangement. To pay back for the rest of my life, I chant and pray for all the people who helped me. Repay with gratitude. Overcome my inner afflictions. I chant for Alan, Mary, and Emily. Understand, resist, and conquer ignorance.
According to one of the Jingsi aphorisms, as told by Dharma Master Zheng Yan, she says that nothing is impossible with confidence, perseverance, and courage. And Julie Lee's battle with cancer and depression shows us just that. As you saw her spirited nature and her will to keep going, she demonstrates well what it means to, as her social worker Mary Burns says, rise to the occasion, despite the overwhelming odds. As we all hope that she remains on the winning end of the struggle for her health, we also hope that she can find peace in her heart and home, as I leave you with a special message she has for her children. I'm Dinvar Shatterson, and I'll see you soon.
I love you guys. I just want you guys to be strong, behave here, get good education, find a good job, or go back to school. I love you guys so much. You guys is my life.